Ooh, okay. Hold on. Copy link address. Hold on while I bring this in. While I'm setting up YouTube. What is this I give? The luxury coffin? What is this? Metropole luxury coffin? What is a luxury coffin? Okay. I mean, technically the timer should be running. No, that's not true. Not true, Cookiemon Steve. Oh, the basic pitch. Oh, there's a PDF. Oh, it's a game? Interesting. Oh, that is a catchy title. First of all, you always have to have catchy titles. When we were in my master's program and we were talking about publication, they noted that your publication is more likely to garner more eyes and get replicated as studies if you have a cooler title or if your theory has a cool name. Which, fair. Calling it a luxury coffin, yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, Scrib, go ahead and DM it to me as well. I'd like to take a full look into this. Oh, 27 pages. Yes, I'm curious about this. That is a fascinating title, too. Okay. I need a new broadcast. Hold on, I need to give this a different name. Wait, am I live right now on YouTube? Oh my goodness, I am. But I gotta change the stream title. This is not the right stream title. Hold on, can I edit it once I've already gone live? Hold on, I'm just gonna bring this up here. Yeah, okay, oops. Okay, we're gonna call this Obduction Video Game Review. Call it Blast from the Past. Okay, there we go. All right, YouTube is up. YouTube is up. I am YouTubing. Supposedly. Okay, thank you, Scrib. Okay, so Gator put in the guess 2 hours. Gator put in the guess 2 hours for this. IT Dude, 25 minutes. Cookiemon Steve, 23 minutes and 47 seconds. Do we have an official timer as we get into this? I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, I'm seconding Scrib's statement on that teleport. It does look really neat. I'm excited about this. Awoo! I did like and subscribe on YouTube. Okay, hold on. Okay, Scrib's got this. The official timer begins now. 40 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah, sorry, Locks, you came just in time for this. All right, say win. Welcome to the Obduction launch trailer. This is 8 years old, so it is, about like a small child at this point. Half the time it takes, to almost become a small adult driving at this point, which is very exciting. But it is important to go back and see how trailers were done, a blast from the past, a history dive. So we are going to jump into the deep end of this pool with Obduction. This is Cyan's spiritual successor to Myst. End quote. Spiritual successor to Myst, which I think is a really fascinating description. That also puts a lot of pressure. If it's a spiritual successor to the game Myst, which is iconic and massive and well-loved on its own, that is a high title there. Man, released in 2016. 2016. That feels like that should be last year. It is 2015. No, it's not 2015. It's 2025. I don't even know what year it is. That's insane. That makes me so uncomfortable. About 10 years after the latest Myst game, and was funded via Kickstarter, which we love. All right, we love it when audience are saying like, we want this enough that we are going to fund it. Good support. Always happy to see. All right. Don't go anywhere. We're going to dive into it. And if this seems promising enough, I don't know what they did. We should probably analyze their Kickstarter. The fact that they earned $1.3 million out of their $1.1 million goal is phenomenal. But I also want to flag and say $1 million is not an outrageous price to ask for to make a game. In fact, that's kind of on the minimum level. Like if you are making a small game to go on Steam, like a small indie game that you're developing that only has a few hours of gameplay, that could still easily cost $1 million. When you talk about paying your people full time for doing full time work, which is appropriate, especially if you want to make it a competitive price tag on there. When you're talking about the types of individuals, from narration to visual pricing to, right, all of the actual development of said game as well, the mechanics, the game levels developments, it's a lot to build in. And then you have marketing on top of it, which marketing is a massive budget that you have to do. So 1 million, I'm glad that they got 1.3, which indicates the audience was so excited that they went above and beyond. But that's a very appropriate and not greedy request for having to do this. So this is, again, Obduction from Cyan, the spiritual successor. Ooh. I don't know what that means, so I guess we're going to find out. It's time for us to become one with Cyan. I assume. I guess that's what that means, like the spiritual connection. Yeah, we're finally catching up to our 2016 reviews. I don't even know what year it is, right? Yeah, let's analyze the Kickstarter. From a marketing standpoint, actually, Kickstarters and how they function are very fascinating. And there are segments of marketing teams that just offer consultations on how to run Kickstarter or similar like ground fundraising techniques like that, because it's a very unique and fun strategy. Some of them are very niche that even say like, here's how we can help you make sure that you hit your Kickstarter funds for TTRPGs specific. It's fascinating. They actually estimated 2.5 million as the actual cost. That sounds right. That's still a reasonable cost. They are not overestimating anything. This is the intro to the trailer. This is the pre-intro into the trailer. You're welcome. Okay, let's now watch this and hope that all the sounds are going on. No one follow or subscribe during this because I'm turning up the desktop audio. Okay, here we started. From the creators of Mist and Riven. I felt that is important. But I think this is important to mention. I don't know if they're necessarily always appealing to a brand new audience. I think that's fair. But when you start like this, it is purposely meant to say, hey, we know you love these things. Come on back. Like, this is good credibility putting in here. And it's not bold. It's not intense. I like it. It's simple. From the creators of Mist and Riven. And I'll be honest, if you've not played Mr. Riven like me, I think it's something that we should do. I'm actually really appreciative that it's at least now come to my attention. To be honest, as of recent, I didn't know that these games existed, but learning and reading more about like their lore that they've created in it and then the history behind it, it's actually incredibly impactful of how much of an impact it has had on the gaming space, and has also done a lot of fascinating kind of like ways in which they function in this space, especially for the longevity of it, which I think is fantastic. Listen, don't sigh. That discourages the commentary, right? Like, I think that's part of what we want, is we want to dive into it, right? 1 second equals 4 minutes. It's good math. Simple blurring. Turn this up.
I don't even know why I'm recording this. Most are gone. There's just a few.
Okay. Very soft, quiet voice, almost crackly coming in. I love the texture of that. But I really like where we start here. And even from this even starting point, because we see it here, right, from the creators of Mist and Riven, this nice fade in and out. They're setting in the tone. And then when we have in this text that says memories of home, I love the O is floating. I love that there's just a slight color difference. I don't know if it's distinct enough that if you are colorblind, that would stand out, but it is also slightly thicker, and having that height difference does help. So I think in terms of distinction there, that's very important. Gator on YouTube. I bet she gets through this in like 5 minutes. All right, let me turn this up even more because there's a very quiet voice, and I want to also turn on the captions here. But there's soft music playing, and it definitely, when I say memories of home, I think they automatically do a great job, you're right, with those scenes, right? When they automatically dive us in, but like, this is a home. But I think that's important because when we go into homes, when people are like, oh, I'm going home, that looks differently for everyone. I love to do that exercise with my students when I say, tell me what a home looks like. Tell me what an office looks like. Do we all picture the same office? Do we all picture the same home? Do you have brand new couches that are white? Or do you have ones that are made of flannel and kind of stitching style? Do you have ones that have dog hair that's covered all over it? And that's just the sofa, right? What's the layout? Is there a TV in the room? Where are places that people sit and engage and talk? Homes look so different. So I love that not only do we have this, we get the visuals that match, but it's an empty space. We don't see people. All we get is just this voiceover that feels so disassociated with what we're seeing, that it feels like her voice is like a ghost, an echo of what was. I don't even know what she was saying because it was so quiet to me. It was such a quiet little voice. But in terms of the volume choice, fantastic. The style and tone of the voice, fantastic. It's giving me not eerie, but it's a quiet absence. And I think that's important. And that's hard to hit. Choosing the right song for that, choosing the angles, the lighting in each of these scenes, all of that impacts how that can be seen.
I don't even know why I'm recording this. Most are gone. There's just...
Oh, I like this initial start of I don't even know why I'm recording this. That means we've already started out with no hope left. With a line like that, it means like everything has been lost. That starts off on such a minor note, and the music is minor notes, so they all come together perfectly. I love that. Fantastic to see. Fantastic to see. Hey, James. Hello, hello. Hey, Ray. Na. This is the long haul. I like this already. Also, I will say there's nothing sadder to me than a stuffed animal abandoned. I don't know why. But when you ever see that, like in post-apocalyptic worlds, there's nothing more heartbreaking than when you see like an animal, a stuffed animal that's been loved and it's just no longer being picked up. Or it's guarding the bed. This is not even in a bedroom. Maybe it is from this angle. It can't be though, right? Right? We're playing trailer review. We're going to make this a thing. B-Town, don't go to bed yet. I'll help put you to sleep. Hold on. So I love this note. I don't even know why I'm recording, right? Just lack of hope right from the beginning and noting everyone's gone. It's sad. Go toss your laundry. Okay, but we're getting clues. All right, so they're clearly an artist. We've got this easel. We've got paints on the floor. That means they're a serious artist when things are not organized. Everyone knows this.
Most are gone. There's just a few left here now.
Just a few. Who are they? I think this tells so much about a person. Clearly, this was a kid here. The size of the bed indicates small, right? But it's well loved for the amount of books that they had, art that they had supplies to, even a small boat that my camera is currently hiding. I don't know if, is that an F or is that a fancy J? I think that's an F. I don't know what CF stands for, but a monogram pillow is really fancy. I don't think I remember that game, B-Town. That sounds like a scary game. CF or CJ. Okay, you see a CJ. CJ sounds right for a kid's name. Also culty. Wait, is this game culty or is that one culty? I think when you have something that's monogrammed, there is a certain degree of personalization and ownership that is important there. You think it's CF. Okay, the runes. The runes on the pillow. That's what they are. These are not letters. They're runes of an ancient language. CF. Okay, so it's a character that we might know. If you've been in this world before, right, you might recognize that then.
We're locking down as much as possible here.
Okay, now it sounds like they're still in danger. If they're locking down as much as possible, there's few left. We've lost all hope. They are just trying to survive. There's no idea of what the future is here. This is very bleak, but it's not like a panic bleak. It's we've come to terms. This is just how things are. It's sad. It's sad. Also, I love this music. It matches. The gramophone really fits here. Guardians for your mind. The long lost language of cursive. Ancient it is, old, forgotten maybe. Few know it, even fewer can read it. These are the facts of cursiveness.
We're locking down as much as possible here.
I love that the sparks feel very Firefly-like. Scattered far from Earth. From Earth? Interesting. Good cohesiveness with the O again. To be fair, that ain't standard cursive. Okay. We have found ourselves an original scribe. Scrib, you're a real scribe, knowing what the standard cursive is. It is important. It's important to write. It's tactile response for your brain to take note. That's true. That's true. That fire particle effect, it's more than just a scene transition for the trailer. It's actually a really cool game mechanic. Oh, wait, that's a game mechanic? Okay, let's look at this again. Nice transition into the fire then. Yes, Abby, we're reviewing Obduction. 8 years old, but here we are. It's never too late. Honestly, even still, I wouldn't be surprised that we could see a game like this coming out now. I think that's fair. Okay, let us go into the fire. Something we tell kids to typically avoid doing. It's danger. It's hot, Timmy. Don't touch it. But here we are, going into it. That actually is a very pretty effect. Listen, if you make something that beautiful, you're like, let's make this an actual thing in the game. When you make pretty things, make sure your audience has to see it many times over. Make them appreciate it. Make them appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm adding just O's in now here. Also, I think it's important that the text is always falling and fading. I think that's an important art decision to happen. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Like when they say the curtains were blue and like that represents a sad depression and outlook on life. And the author's like, I don't know. I just needed a color, right? Like, who knows? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm like, the text falling represents something. It's symbolic. I don't know. Me using my brain. The particle stuff, it seems really cool. Hey, Rondo. Okay, can I just give some appreciation for drums there? That kind of drum, like that's so classic. It's such a great sound. I just love it. Let's listen to it again. Everyone put on your tuning ears and appreciate this. I love that. Just the vibration.
Welcome to Hunrath.
Oh, I did not like that. I'm sorry. That feels uncomfortable and sad. I feel like this is our future that we're working towards, though. Everything Scion does a purpose. Yes, I knew it. Death of the author. Doesn't matter what the author intended. They wrote something that creates a sad scene, then they wrote something that creates a sad scene. That's right. All of this leads together. The authors definitely intended this. I'm just going to tell them that. I don't know if any of the authors behind Scion watch this. I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing here. Good job. All right. Welcome to Hunrath. I don't know. I assume there's no exclamation point. Maybe it's a much softer thing. Welcome to Hunrath. I don't know. It's on all capital letters, which I think means something. I am not a fan of all capital letters. I just don't. I think it's too intense. It feels like people are yelling at me. I love, though, this very kind of Western vibe. And then we have this sharp, shiny piece of technology. These little red things make me think of the fire sparks that you had us see earlier, but it also feels reminiscent of blood. Kind of scary to me. Okay, let's get that drum roll again, where we look upon this really cool house. We're at 15-minute mark. Oh my gosh, we're doing great. So that's true. Some people type in all caps. Don't do it. Actually, small note, small little aside, don't ever type in all caps for body paragraphs. All caps is great for headlines, for short phrases, but it is actually harder for people to read. One, if they have disabilities. Two, also for speed readers. When you have upper and lower case, people can process it faster because there's more letter height difference. Like when Gate to be a grader says the word right? Notice the I has a dot of the I that goes a little bit higher. The G has a drop in it. When it's all caps, the letter height is all the same, which means it's not as distinct from other letters. So your brain has to do more work to determine what those letters are. It's harder to read in all caps. So if you want your audience to read fast and to read accurately, use upper and lowercase letters. What about for Twitch chat? What do you mean I can't write in all caps? Gator, can you time out Scrib? All right, let's go back to the drums. Oh, wait, it's too early. I love that. Look at that house. Interesting siding choice.
Welcome to Hunrat.
Welcome to Hoodrat. Peaceful? Not so peaceful.
You are most probably a bit confused and disoriented.
I am very confused and disoriented. This is a really mix and match of locations. I like that the music is going slow, but the visuals are like, here's everything. It's crashing you through in this place. Here's Hudrath. Rude. Only the owner of the channel. You're like, I tried. I tried. The follow through is fantastic. Makes you wonder how idea translates to script like Arabic and Japanese that have no case. Oh, that's a good point. That's actually really interesting what the equal kind of way of standing out or conveying energy or emotion or intensity would be. Oh, that's fascinating. Timing out a mod drops them as a mod too. Oh, okay. If you're so bad, you lose all status. Hunrath. Welcome to Hunrath. What an interesting name. What is that? Okay, if Hunrath were a real city here, I'm ignoring all the visual cues. Hunrath. He's down in Hunrath. That sounds like it's in Oklahoma. That's not like south. Like it doesn't sound like it'd be Mississippi or Alabama. It doesn't feel north. This feels like Oklahoma. Hunrath exists in Oklahoma. That's my feel. And a word choice like that, this sounds like Oklahoma to me. Okay, here we are in Oklahoma, aka Hunrath.
Welcome to Hunrat.
Yeah, more Western, but not like real Western. This is actually a very beautiful scene. This is a great escape. Also, this right here, that looks like they're doing their own laundry. That sounds exhausting. That is exhausting. Oh, that's the part I would hate the most. Actually, no, pooping outdoors is still the part I would hate the most. But washing your clothes out in the river sounds also not fun. What is that thing?
You are most probably a bit confused and...
Where are we? Okay, it's fascinating like to see some of these housing structures, but to have these underground, like this takes so much effort to develop. Like to carve steps out of stone, and this is perfectly spherical over here. Like this is a lot. This is a big deal. This feels a lot more ancient. I don't think that this is underground Oklahoma now. Hunrath has secrets. This does not feel like part of Hunrath.
confused and disoriented. But let me reassure you.
This feels so alien. Look at the textures of this. Like, I think it feels slightly reminiscent of Arizona, but not quite. Like, the movement is more intense. Like, as if, like, those beautiful caverns that we see in Arizona that go deep where the wind has made it this beautiful, smooth take. This feels as if the winds had claws and carved along the rock instead, almost as if it were devouring the land. This looks like a violent wind force came through Arizona instead, which is fascinating to me. According to the wiki, it's in Arizona. Oh, okay. Well, we got there eventually, right? So I did get into Arizona. I do love the sunset in this, though. That is fantastic. They do have a nice river washing setup, though. 10 out of 10. If I had to use it, it's top tier. So it is Arizona. Here we go. This is like, again, to carve this is difficult. I don't know what kind of tools you have, but I've never carved into rock before. Mainly because... one, I've not been to rocks where I could carve into them. Most of those are national parks and they highly discourage you from doing that. But also I don't have the tools. What am I going to do? Go with a hammer and a chisel and just start knocking away? This would take me probably a year just to do these few feet of distance. Leave no trace. Exactly. So I can't go in with my hammer and chisel and make a secret pathway in the national park. It's fine. Okay, so this specific location is not in Arizona. Ooh. Sorry, I feel like I need to do a Tony Daytona voice. Arizona, or something like that. And if you've watched What We Do in the Shadows, you'll get that. Arizona. I don't know, something there.
But let me reassure you, everything will be fine.
Okay, I love these drastic takes of here's beautiful forestry that makes you feel like a modern day Snow and White. We're going out to the river and we're washing our own clothes with our own two hands. And then here we are in this dark, gloomy cave where rocks could fall on you at any time. And this harsh mechanical look that feels abandoned and cold and, just separated from emotion. Like it's so different. And they keep bouncing us back and forth between these two. And I feel like a little ping pong ball going, where are we? Where are we? It's intense. Disoriented is right. I think to describe it as disoriented and to keep throwing us back and forth between this is important. Now I do have greater appreciation for, where is it? This scene earlier on that it says like, here, now you can walk into this cave. That makes it feel like there's more of an entrance going down. The western part of you saw of Hunrath is Arizona. I don't know why I'm going to keep saying it. The waving bit is not. Oh, dang it. So I was definitely flipping it around. Take only pictures. Leave only footprints. And the farts you leave behind. Do you ever think farts are like just ghosts of your food? I interrupt this video game trailer with thoughts from Caustic. That your farts are ghosts of food, of the food you ate. Did you ever think of your farts as little ghosts? Little essence echoes of the food you ate. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this game. Let's get back into it. Oh, ghosts of your poop. Ooh. That's more complimentary of it. Listen, I have not entered the poop territory conversation yet, Gator. I've been doing really well. You've never thought of it, but now you have. Rondo, you said, oh, yes, the voiceover sounds like a scientist from Black Mesa. I've never played Black Mesa, but it does have a very kind of controlled way of speaking, a little bit of confidence and almost superiority that comes from like, I am going to be your herald, your guide through this. You need to trust me. Like this inherent way of saying, I am the only person you can turn to here. I think the voice choice is very important and cool. That's right, Monteith. Farts are the result of your body turning solid food back into stardust. Okay, it's genre, but it's similar to that. All right, let's get back into this. Where did we leave off? Into the forest, where I feel like a little gnome that's been happy for the first time.
Fine.
Oh, I did not like that. I'm sorry. No, I don't like that. I don't like this. Okay, I feel like this door was not meant to open because they put a big barrel in front of it. If you put something in front of a door, the door is not meant to be open. The door is not meant to be open. I don't want to let whoever is behind this door in. I'm refusing. You can't come in. You can't sit with us. All right, that's what we're taking here. I'm not a fan. I don't know who it is, but I'm saying no to them. Say no to strangers. Like how this reveals them. They look smug. No, I'm not answering. That's like if they came to my door and rang my doorbell, I would probably just say not home, which is a very ineffective way of convincing them that you're not home. But I would probably be nervous and accidentally say that anyway. Anyway. Hey, Mystics. Hello, hello. Claustrophobia sim. Very much so. It makes me nervous. I'm getting sweaty thinking about this. This makes me anxious. Also, this feels haphazardly put on here. Like it's a little bit over the angle, whereas everything else has a place on it. This feels like an extra lock or a key, a puzzle that you have to do. I feel like this is a puzzle to open this door. I wouldn't open it. It's hot outside. Let the poor man in. No. I don't feel safe. Okay, there's this. Also, are you guys hearing in the background of all of this the slightly and quiet reoccurring of the drums? I like it. It makes me anxious. Oh, that's the doorbell speaker. I don't want to talk. Does he have nice things to say? Call him an Uber Eats. I would do that. That I could do.
The devil are you?
Can you find your way back? Oh, that does not feel great. So that, I like finding your way back because that gives more reason to go back through your memories. That ties it back to the intro. Look, it's all coming together. I see it. I understand it, right? Memories of home. Can you find your way back? I'm excited. There was some text in the middle of that, but I can't remember it at this point because I've taken too long. But I like this. He's okay. That sounds super sketchy. Nope, don't like. Yeah. So this is, oh my gosh, that's exactly it. This is like a weird ring cam. Like this is the worst case scenario of how a door works. Like a ring cam, it's one way you can see them, you can communicate through them. Then there's the eye hole through doors where you can see them still through that in the door. And then there's this worst case scenario where it just becomes a window and they can see that you're there. Makes me very nervous. My night has just begun. I don't like this start. No. Does not evoke sense of safety. Putting all characters behind windows or as 2D holograms was their workaround to avoiding full 3D characters in VR. Oh, that's fascinating. Also, in this game, if there are no full 3D characters and they're only windows or 2D holograms, you've got to feel really lonely. Like, how isolating is it that you can't ever share an actual physical space with someone else? It is always just you in a room. Oh, I just felt real sad. Oh, man. I mean, clever choice. Very isolating. Very isolating. Such a solo experience. I think you're right. It's typical of Cyan's games, and that really prompts and creates space for a lot of introspection when you're alone. Yes, you're siloed physically and then hopefully with your own thoughts so that way you can analyze it. Because Cyan likes to dive deep into these things, right? Yeah, this is 2020 lockdown for me. We only talk through windows or 6 feet away or send up virtual calls. Oh my goodness.
The devil are you?
The devil are you? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. What's up, Delta? Okay, that's a puzzle, obviously, but what are these worlds? Who lives in these cool futuristic pods? And also, why are there no doors or windows? Do mosquitoes not exist now? That's my kind of futuristic world, where I can actually just leave my doors open so the actual beautiful outdoors can come in without the insects coming in. Introspection. Mostly, I'm just, please give me a random NPC to tell me what's important. Just give me context. Tell me what I saw, or let me watch the thing and then give me the recap of said thing to make sure I got the thing that you wanted me to get. That's exactly how these things work. Oh man, I remember when you wanted to go outside. It was a Tuesday. Once upon a time. Yes. Not much survived the nightmare of that known as the outdoors. Oh, how was your camping experience? It looked amazing. It looked beautiful, actually, Delta. Okay. All right. Let's get back into this. Who the devil are you is actually a nod to Myst. Oh. Okay, let's hear it. Hold on, I want to hear that line again. Too far.
The devil are you?
Who the devil are you? That's a scary statement, but also feels like, okay, we're clearly finding someone else. And so that's the nod to Myst. Atris says that when he's shocked to first see you, like, WTF, man? But it's a much nicer way of saying it. And you're back. Introspection. What? Listen, I trusted you on that, and I put my whole heart into saying that. Now I feel dumb. Interaction with puzzles. This feels very scientific. I love that everything here, well, the video itself is moving through things quickly and cycling, that the world itself seems to have a set pace. It's not rushing you. It just moves. Did the video get really loud all of a sudden? Oh, okay, let me adjust. It needs to be a word. It was okay. Went on a hike and almost slipped. Oh my goodness. Yeah, share those pictures. I'm glad you got back safely then. Good for you. Look at you letting the grass touch you. I'm going on an adventure. Very Frodo of you. We're at 32 minutes. Okay, let me keep going. Let me know how game sounds. That is very loud. Hold on, I see that too. Okay, let me change that. I love this preview at puzzles because Cyan is known to doing a lot of puzzles. So people want to know, what are these interactions that we get to do? I think that's important. And the way that you skin different puzzles is key, right? Like, you don't have to have brand new concepts of puzzles every single time, but the way that we approach it, how it's presented, matters. That's why Tetris is still a popular game, because it's the same game, it's just skinned differently. Or why they can keep selling Monopoly in over like 100 different variations. It's still Monopoly, but it's, Nightmare Before Christmas Monopoly, or it's, alien version of Monopoly. It's the same game, but it's just how you present it that makes it exciting.
I got no idea where we're headed now.
Who's saying that? I have no idea where we're headed now. I thought we were trying to return. Oh, this makes me anxious. Nope. Well, that almost slipping part was when things kind of got steep and almost fell back in a way. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you weren't alone in that, because that could be very dangerous, Delta. Wait, what's a submachine game, Sinhouse? What is that? I'm glad you're safe, Delta. Yeah. Oh, the same guy who was behind that door. So is he following us? Oh, man. Monopoly is a coffee table cover when you have parties. Yes, but don't actually play it if you want your friends to come back.
Now. You're sending us to hell for all I know.
So we're leading them, and I feel like I'm a bad leader. Wait, think again? Wait, okay. This doesn't sound like it's throwing it in our face, but it's okay. The text choice here, the font choice, the softness of it, it actually feels kind of nice. Like it's urging us, like, think again. Like, I want you to remember this. Keep pushing, keep trying. This doesn't sound like think again, sucker, right? Like, that's not the tone that I get when I see this particular text. Like, it is a soft begging. This is a soft rooting for you. This is like, keep going. You're in the right direction, but it's not quite there. Think again. I like that. I don't know if that's the intention, but I like that. I feel like that's something that you could put on a shirt. Think again. That's how I would interpret it. See, font choice matters. I could do so much just on font choices. There was also a point where you kind of had a processing moment where you kind of froze in a way. Oh, but that's kind of the exciting part about hiking, is just not only is it a beautiful place, but it challenges yourself to problem solve and figure out how do you physically navigate a space. And it also creates a lot of body awareness. Like, what can my ankles handle? What can my feet hold onto? How good are my shoes and their grip on certain rocks, right? What can my knees handle? What things can I hold on to that feel secure to give you that stability? It's dangerous though, but exciting. It's a series of games called Submachine 1, 2. I think there were 8. Oh, I've not heard of those at all. Yeah, I think this is right. Oh, I did do my Duolingo today. We're good. Thank you for double checking though, B-Town. I did do it right before this. Yeah, I feel like this is a very Cyan way of saying things. It's not mean. It's just telling you there's more here. Dig deeper. I like it. I like this. I like this, Cyan. Piensa de nuevo. A new thought, I think. Is that what that means? Did I get that right, B-Town? I like these colors. Obduction. Okay, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. To have the text in here from Obduction. This is beautiful. I love the color gradient. Color gradient for its time was very popular. I think in 2016, still very popular. I probably wouldn't do a color gradient today, especially with these very more realistic kind of colors and grittier choices. And then to do this like PowerPoint light color choice here. But I do love that it is distinct. But my favorite part about this is the O being abducted. Yeah, it's making a run for it. You can't catch me. I was going to say abduction. That sounded dumb though. So abduction has two meanings here. Piensa de nuevo, right? Think again, 2 takes, right? The wordplay with abduction, right? Da-da-da-da, sounds like that. Abduction, abduction. And dictionary definition, the act of drawing or laying over as a covering, right? Think again. There's more. Unveil more. Boom. Too much. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, I'm excited about this. This is like look deeper. Zoom in. Zoom in more. Right? That's what this is asking you to do. Pay attention to the details, which as we all know, I'm super good at. You laughed too hard at that. That's all we're going for here. Okay, let's take this back. I love that it comes into place. Like normally the text disappears after a while when it says like think again, and then normally goes push. But here it is, and it touches those words. I love the fade. That's a direct connection to the title. That's where they are leaning to that. And then the O runs away. I kind of wish the O would just stop here and give us centering, and then it can just stop. Or if it moved faster and it was just gone at the end. But I like that. I like that overall. Sorry, I meant to stop. Stop going there. Just stop. Just stop. I wish they also had an end scene, but I know in 2016, right, they don't really have just like an end 15 seconds stop because that wasn't a YouTube habit at that point. So that's okay. All right. That was cool. Very puzzly, very curious. And if you've been already a fan of Cyan, I think this trailer gives you everything that you ever wanted, right? At this point, you can say, I trust this. I'm buying this. I'm excited. They are delivering to me what they've always delivered, and I love it. Give me more of it. I will say if you were brand new to this and you didn't have some of the context, you would say, this is a really good first trailer. And then you would want follow-up trailers or to see somebody else watching it or playing it would give you that extra context to say, okay, that's cool. Now I want to play it. So as an initial trailer, phenomenal. I like it. It hits the emotional and mental intrigue that says, I would watch another trailer about this. That's what it is. All right, Obduction. All right, Cyan. Well freaking done. I'm proud of you. Not that you needed that, affirmation from me, but I gave it to you anyway. 8 years old, and it's still relevant and still given. It's still giving. That's a choice. All right, how did we do on time? It's 11:02. That's the outro. 3 seconds. We got to 3 seconds. You are Obduction, and you can't catch the O. Chasing after that O. It's not fair because the O is circular and it rolls really well. It rolls. Yeah, we didn't make it to midnight. Are you disappointed? This is actually the second trailer. There's another teaser trailer. Oh, I think this works well then for putting in a mix. Stop the timer and we'll hydrate. We made it to 40 minutes and 14 seconds. That's actually pretty good. For something that is almost 2 minutes, we dedicated about 20 minutes for each minute. Here's my take. I know I take a long time, but I think it is to the praise of trailers, well done trailers. If they make me spend more than 10 minutes per minute, that means they've packed a lot into that trailer that is worth analyzing, that is interesting to comment on. I think that's good. Yeah, no. Let's not get flagged. I think that's really smart consideration. This was cool, though. This was really cool. And it's an 8-year-old game, which probably means it's pretty affordable for all you folks if you want to play it. You could probably catch it at a bundle sometime. IT Dude will let you know when they are. I appreciate that there's always some deal going on. So you have no excuse that if you want to play, it will come to you. Yeah, the more you comment, the more engaging the trailer is. Yes. Yes. When I have little to say, that means it just feels repetitive. How long does it take you to watch a movie? Okay, we had talked about, you missed this, Nemesis. We had talked about trailer or movie etiquette. If it's a movie I haven't seen, I shut up. I shut up for the whole thing. And I dive in. If it's the second watch, though, I'm happy to talk through it. Listen, do you all know that Mystery Science Theater 3001 is fantastic? Great sense of comedy. They have audio tracks. One, they used to do it on their own where they did copyright-free movies where they would do reactions and great little commentary. Fantastic to watch. I encourage you to check it out. But they also have some for pop culture ones where it's just the audio portion, like a podcast. It's the riff tracks. Yes, and you can listen to those. I could do that for you all. I don't know if you want it, but I could do it for you all. The caustic cut. Oh, look at that. Abduction is actually on sale on GOG for $11.99. Little deal. Please, please. I mean, listen, oh yeah, you were here for that. Sorry. Yeah, of course we were sneaking popcorn in. Obviously. All right. I'm going to stop the YouTube video there. Since I was titling this the Abduction trailer, and we're just going to do some silly talks and catch up while we play Destiny, but this was good. I like that. I like doing the blast from the past. I know it's going to do terrible, like in terms of like SEO, right? Because it doesn't have the SEO right now, but it's just fun to do. And I think at the end of the day, that's what I prefer to drive my decisions of saying things like, what's fun? What's interesting to us? Not necessarily what's going to be popular on YouTube. So I like that. That was a voice. Which one? Why did I not know about this? Well, you know now, Sinhouse. Do you guess the endings 15 minutes in? I actually try really hard not to guess endings. I try to suspend it and live in the moment that they're developing to try to trust the process. But I will say, if my brain skips to finding out the ending or figuring it out early on, that means that I'm pretty unimpressed with it then, because I actively try to avoid figuring it out. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of like, I know a lot of people don't like the latest Star Wars movies, but I went in wanting to enjoy them. I wanted to like them. And I think that changed the experience that I had. So with movies, I try to always give them the benefit of the doubt to say, I want to like this. I want to not guess what the ending is. I want to not know the future of this character and want to live it in the way that they're telling it. But if my brain automatically has to go there, that it's that blunt and in your face, unless that's done purposefully, I don't know. Thank you. My insights were spot on. Yes, I'm brilliant. I think it does help that, one, you've given me a lot of context. I've gotten to dive into that a little bit, but it's been good. All right, YouTube, we're wrapping up there. Since you're still alive, we're turning you off. We're cutting you off. Get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this Abduction review.